Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May I introduce an amendment?
Absolutely.
Mr. Speaker, I move LC 340/15, please.
Representative Knight moves amendment LC 000-340/15. That is seconded by Representative Agello, Representative Walsh, Representative Hull, Representative Lombardi, Representative Tanzi, Representative Fogarty, Representative Cottrefriend, Representative Kazar, Representative Donovan, Representative Rangland-Vassell, Representative Ruggiero, Representative Caldwell, Representative Lyle, Representative Handy, Representative Messier, Representative Kazarian, and Representative Kislak. Proceed, Representative.
Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Representative Carson also. Proceed.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the thrust of the amendments here today, and the one I'm about to introduce, is no different. It revolves around the questions of who has power to bring bills to the floor, but also how best can the public see what we're doing on any given bill, and where is the sunshine over our bills. And this bill that I'm introducing right now, this amendment, goes to the 2/3 rule and goes to the sunshine question. My amendment today before you would change our suspension of the rules rule. For those of you playing at home, the House of Representatives can suspend our rules anytime that we like, with the agreement of the majority and the minority leader. That's two people. When we suspend our rules, all the public notice requirements that we typically follow can go out the window, and often do, most notoriously in the last couple days of session. So when a bill is introduced before a committee for a vote, and the committee votes it, typically you would have 48 hours before it comes here to the House floor for a vote, when the rules are in effect. When the rules are suspended, you can introduce a bill, get a committee hearing, get a floor vote in an hour if you want to. And we see that every year at the end of session when we do hundreds of bills, hundreds of votes in the last couple of days. So my rule would change that. My rule would say you need the majority and minority leader permission, just like it is now, and 2/3 of the voting members present, right? So that means the majority and minority leader get to have their say like they always have, but the House of Representatives, all of us would get a say as well to either suspend the rules or not. And I would suggest to you this, we spend a lot of time in this room talking about how Rhode Island needs to change. We need to change the way we do business. We want to make this place an absolutely awesome place for somebody to come and build a life. We want to make Rhode Island a tremendous place for a business to come and start up, for someone to invest in our state. We want Rhode Island to be a place where our children choose to stay when it comes time to leave the nest, right? You'd rather them go to Providence than Peoria. And of course, this body spends a ton of time criticizing the rest of government about how they do business, and they should get their act together and do it better. I'd suggest to you that we can't in good conscience expect any of that unless we're willing to change business the way we do our thing as well. And that's what I'm asking you to do today. When the rules are suspended and all the transparency and all the notice requirements go out the window, we pull a velvet drape over the process. We cut the public out of the process, and it sows the seeds of distrust. How many of you have been walking on a hot, sweaty August day in election season? You knock on a door and you talk to a voter, and guess what? What don't they like? They don't like how all the bills are rushed at the end. They say, oh my God, why is it that it has to happen that way? You can't tell what's going on. They know that's when the shenanigans happen. They know that's when the bad bills happen. They know that's when the lobbyists are running around most furiously. And if you're that rep who's out there walking, how many of you have had to shrug and say, well, that's the way it is? I'm sorry, that's the way it is, that's how it works. Well, today, right here, right now, you have the opportunity to change it. You have the opportunity to tell the rest of the world that 2019 is the year that the House of Representatives got the message and stopped locking the public out of the process by suspending the rules every single year, at the end of the year, year after year. Today is a day when right here, right now, with this very finger, or perhaps the other one, you can vote to let the sunshine in. Today is the day when you can vote unabashedly in favor of your voters and your constituents and against the political class and the lobbyists. It only takes a little bit of gumption. And this wasn't part of my prepared speech, but I'll just say it right now. I know this year is different. I know there are divisions that have bubbled up to the surface that have been floating around for a long time. And the whole vibe in this room is different. I get it. Change is hard. And we're better for it if we embrace it. So I ask that you support the amendment. I ask that you vote for democracy and sunshine and reject the bad old ways. Thanks so much.